it's currently coming down. As you can see, Bitcoin has taken this drastic pull towards the downside. And if you want to, uh, you know, look at this a little bit closer, we were making this beautiful uh, pattern. Mr. Daoud Amir has asked about GMT. Okay, let's quickly see what GMT is doing. And okay, with GMT, Green Metaverse Token, I mean, this has been one of the coins that has been pumping lately, and I want you to understand the movement of GMT, okay? What I have noticed. I mean, in the 3 and the 4 hourly chart, GMT tends to make certain movements that are very different in every candle, okay? So you have to be sure. And let me just quickly go over it, okay? Hey Mick, yeah, right after GMT we'll cover sand for you. So you can see with GMT is the price made this ascending triangle, okay? Now this ascending triangle was made in over here, okay? We understand that. Okay, now over here, what's going on is we were in this channel formation, and you can see I told you about this this bottom over here, that we might come here, find some support, and a reversal pattern can be made. And you can exactly see if you go in the 3 hourly time frame, you made this double bottom formation, you broke it towards the upside. That was a price target towards the upside, and you can see as soon as we came here, this was your price target, but we hit all the way up over here where I made this red box. The reason it was going to go and hit the red box at the top of the red box was because if you take out your Fibonacci, I explained you this in my video yesterday as well, that we had this, you can see clearly over here now, you had this Fibonacci level of 0.618, and if you pay close attention to this now, you saw the price as soon as it went above the 0.618 level in the 3 hourly time frame, and we closed this another candle above the price tend to move towards the upside in a free fashion. Okay, now if you come over here and take a look over here, okay, right over here, okay, you can see there was another Fibonacci level of 0.618. We got some resistance over here, and then we hit this level, okay, and then came all the way down. This was another 0.618 level that was measured from right over here, okay. I believe it was right over here. Yeah, basically this was 0.618. But again, now what is it doing? Okay, you saw this whole pattern. Okay, this was an ascending triangle. What it's trying to do, in my opinion, now is we have this resistance line. Okay, and this resistance line, if you just take this off now, you don't really need it. You can take this off because it's already, it did its job and broke towards the upside. You can see it's taking a shape of a descending triangle at the moment. Okay, if you pay close attention to this pattern and look at this, it went up, hit the resistance, it came down, found support, it broke this resistance line, it went up, hit this line, and it's coming back down. Okay, it's coming back down, probably at $2.12. Now I can be completely wrong here, but that's what this pattern is looking like. Okay, you can see even if you bring the line graph, okay, you can see clearly resistance, support, resistance is coming down to the support right now, and you can see we do have some support levels here. If it doesn't hold it, it is going to come all the way down, okay? Somewhere around $2.12, I would say, and then probably find some support over there and try to go up and hit it. Okay, now you can see this red box is basically a box of 0.618 level. Okay, and now you can clearly see with this pattern over here, and now descending triangles, they can break towards the upside and downside. Okay, so it's all up to the formation. Now if you take this off, okay, if you take this off, it also takes a shape of a symmetrical triangle. Look how beautifully it's taking a shape of a symmetrical triangle. Now, depending on the breakout, that's why a lot of traders do breakout tradings. You know, whenever the resistance or the support gets broken, that's where you put your trades in. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so it goes up, down, up, down, up. Now take a look at it in the line graph. Look, beautiful symmetrical triangle. When a symmetrical triangle is in an upwards trend, it's considered to be bullish. Okay, so now depending on this formation, it is taking a shape of this beautiful pattern. Okay, now if it comes here, finds support right over here because it hasn't broken the support and it is making high low formation as well. So it's still bullish. Okay, this thing is still bullish. Now in this formation, it is making a, in this pattern within the symmetrical bullish triangle, it's still making a bearish pattern, which is this head and shoulder pattern. We had this break over here. It broke the resistance level, but it has come back in it. Okay, so now wherever the breakout would be, this is going to be the price target. Okay, wherever this breakout would be, whenever it's going to come very close to the apex. Okay, wherever that breakout, if it breaks towards the downside, there are chances it can come down all the way to 144. If it breaks towards the upside, you can see it's going to go and hit this resistance level, wherever this resistance area is, wherever the breakout is going to be, right over here, wherever it is. Okay, so this is what's going on with GMT coin at the moment. Okay, okay, well, see, you should you hold or buy? That's a question that you should ask yourself, to be honest, because no trader can give you that opinion. Because, and especially, I'm not a financial advisor, because this is the resistance, this is the support. Wherever that breakout is, that's where the momentum is going to flow. Okay, so, and depending on Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is gonna go down, then obviously it's gonna take a couple of altcoins with it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's quickly cover uh, sand. Okay. If that question your question has been answered out, kindly let me know and hit the like button. Okay. And what's going on with sand now? Let's check out sand. Okay, where is sand? It was right over here making all the crazy moves today. Okay, right over here at $3.01. Wow. Look at this, what happened to sand. Yeah, sand is taking a beating at the moment. Just because of oh my god, look at this. This is crazy. Let's go in the weekly time frame and look at this pattern, what it's doing now. Okay. Yeah, sure. In a minute, guys, let me cover sand for Mick here. Because sand is right at this level. In the weekly time frame, it's not looking bad, okay? But if you go in the daily time frame, yeah, it's still good. You could always move this support line a little bit below because you're still having these good touches, okay? You can see one touch, two touch, and here we have a touch. Now, if Bitcoin is going to break the 42 or 43,000, obviously we're going to see this break towards the downside, okay? Now let's go to the daily time frame and see what happened with sand. Let's go in the 4-hourly. Okay, you can see I told you about sand. It was making a lower highs formation, and there is a chance it's going to break towards the downside because it was a bearish pattern, and then we had this price target for sand towards the downside right over here, and that's where the breakout happened. Okay, now you can see that It has come and came very close to this, but it has come inside this pattern over here. Okay, but again, I'm not gonna say it has gone bearish at the moment because it's still making this high low formation. Okay, if you hold this and have a reversal from here, that's going to be extremely good for sand, and you are making somewhat of this kind of pattern at the moment. Okay, you can see like that. If you hold this, then things can start looking good again, but again, this is a very important level for sand to hold. I'll just put it this way. And if you, let's see what else is there for sand. If you take the Fibonacci and judge this move right here. Yeah, you can see the 0.786 level was broken. As soon as you broke it, the price started coming down. Now we have to just wait and see what happens in the next candle, and then accordingly we have to understand what sand is about to do, because at the moment it did break out and reach the price target for this bearish descending triangle. Okay, so but it's still making higher low formation, so this is good. Even if it comes down, I don't want it to break this level actually, so let's see what happens. Let's take a look at the uh, so yeah, we did break the okay, we are still hanging on in the weekly time frame with this support line. And you can see every time it goes up, it comes and handles. If this support gets broken in the RSI, you are going down. Okay, if this support gets broken in the weekly time frame, that's going to be your indication. But at the moment, it's not broken, it's still hanging in there. I know it's a panicky situation, but it hasn't broken the support yet in the RSI. Okay, and you are still, let's see, let's check the monthly time frame. Okay, monthly, you are still making this good pattern, so monthly is looking good. Okay, weekly is the one, see where the 55 moving average is? It's right below the, if it falls, it's gonna come and get some support on the 55 moving average, so keep this in mind. I hope that answered your question, Mr. Mick. uh, yeah, our footprints. Bitcoin is falling because of, Axie Infinity is falling because of Bitcoin is falling. And that's the reason not only Axie has fallen, a lot of other coins has fallen because of Bitcoin. Look at this. So uh, this 20 moving average was also coming in the weekly time frame, and it has forced the price to go down. So whenever you have the 20 moving average, you're above it, you're bullish, okay? Whenever you're below it, you're bearish, okay? Right now, in the weekly time frame, you are below it, okay? So you have to build up the momentum to break it towards the upside. And this line of resistance that I drew, it's coming in as a big resistance, okay? And now, no problem, Mick. Now you can see this area of resistance. It is pretty hard, and it is coming in as a solid resistance. Not only that, you had your 0.618 level sitting over here, so it couldn't break that. Okay, I showed you this in the uh, right over here, 0.618 level. You had the 20 moving average came in as a resistance, so that's why the price was forced downwards. Okay, in the weekly time frame. But again, it is making, if you can hold this support level, okay. Um, in the daily time frame, let's hide the EMAs. If you could hold the support level, then you are making somewhat of this pattern over here. This is like a, inverse head and shoulder pattern where you don't need to break this area of, look over here. Let me just draw this again. Right over here, okay? So if you can hold this, this is where the momentum is coming in right now of support. Hold it and go towards the upside. But if Bitcoin breaks, okay, then obviously all coins are going to follow Bitcoin. Okay, keep this in your mind. If Bitcoin breaks, everything is going to follow. GMT had a great pump towards the upside. If Bitcoin wouldn't have fallen, GMT would have achieved to touch its all-time high. So because GMT was the only few coins that was pumping, okay, it was up 25%. Bitcoin fell, and you saw what happened. GMT all of a sudden it fell towards the downside. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin is the market maker. As soon as Bitcoin makes a move, the market, it shakes the whole crypto market, okay, especially the market cap for the whole cryptocurrency market. I hope that answered your question for Axie Infinity. uh, Thanks, Mr. Raghavendra. Can you tell us about CRV? Okay, let's check CRV really quickly. So CRV, let's see. Yeah, CRV. So CRV at the moment, it's making this formation. It has this support area, okay? And you can see this used to be a resistance area before. And as soon as it broke this support, went up, came down, fell support, resistance, came down, fell support. And if we just take the Fibonacci, and just measure this move, it can give us a better indication what it's doing. Okay, you can see here. Okay, with this move measured, you can see whenever it came and touched the 1.272 level, this came in as a resistance. It came down, fell over here at this support line, and we got over the 0.786 level. So if it falls, it's gonna fall back to this resistance. Okay, but be careful because right now the market is a little bit panicky. Okay, because if you take a look at this area, okay, look, I'm gonna show you something. Okay, you have this form that it made. Okay, this, and if it comes back false support, this is the neckline for this bearish head and shoulder pattern. Okay, now if the bearish head and shoulder pattern is not validated until or unless you don't break this neckline. Okay, the only okay, I'll use some easy terms maybe. Okay, see, this is the price target. Okay, if you break this neckline, then you're going towards the downside, and you can see it's going to come and hit this level of price target. This is, sorry, my mic just went off. So this is the long-term price if it breaks to the downside. If it breaks to the upside, let's say you break this resistance area, because you have to break the left shoulder. Okay, now if we just take this off, I can draw this a little bit prettier so you understand this. This is gonna be the left shoulder. This is the head. This is a potential right shoulder, okay? Potential, not, it hasn't completed yet. If it completes, then this is the form it's going to take, and this is going to be the resistance area. If you are able to break the left shoulder right from here, even if it comes does this as many times, but whenever you break this, there's going to be a price target towards the upside, and this is going to be the target wherever it breaks out from. Okay, wherever that breakout is going to be, you could just judge this target. If it's to the downside, you could place it at the bottom of the neckline. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Mr. Raghavendra. Okay, Harmony1. Yeah, no problem, Paul. Right after Harmony1, we got you. Harmony1. If that answered your question, Raghavendra, kindly hit the like button. And if you're liking this stream and getting your question answered, kindly hit the like button. Okay. Now, Harmony1. Okay, Harmony1, you can see it's sitting right at this support. Okay, and you can see with Harmony1, it has made these beautiful falling wedges break to the upside, falling wedges break to the upside. Now, if you can hold this level, okay, if you can hold this area of support, and let's see what the EMAs are. Okay, if you can hold this support, then obviously you are gonna make something of this pattern, okay? If you hold the support and the next weekly, let's see where the daily is. Okay. Yeah, even in the daily time frame, you have this another run towards the upside. And if it holds this level, then you'll be making higher low formation. Clearly, you can see the higher low formation is being made at the moment, okay? So if you, wow, give me 1 second. Okay, so if you make this higher low formation, you're making higher lows, and then you're making this kind of pattern for Harmony one. Get this triangle formation, okay? Not only that, within that, you're gonna make this bullish if it holds this level only. If it comes down, bigs down, and then comes back up, that's also good because it made a double bottom formation as well, okay? So keep this in your mind that Harmony 1 at the moment, because of Bitcoin, everything is going towards the downside. The whole market is in red. You can just take a look over here. The whole market is in red besides only certain coins, okay? Okay, I hope you saw that. And now with the Harmony 1, we just have to wait and see what happens. You can just bring your Fibonacci actually and just judge this move to see whatever is going to happen. You can see right over here as well. Harmony 1 came here, hit the 2 level, and then it got rejected. This is where the 0.618 level was for this pattern as well. You can see they both aligned perfectly together. And then if you can hold this, get above the 0.786 level, that's going to be extremely good. And you can have a descending triangle formation over here, okay? Same way over here, when you came over, you made a double bottom formation. You can see when you got out of it, you came right back in, then you got out of it. So, I mean, it's going to play a lot of games at the moment because the market is a little bit panicky. But once you break the, let me show you in the Fibonacci, you'll understand it a little better. Okay, see, once you break the 0.618 level, that is your indication price has just reversed. Okay, so now if you look at it over here, you got rejected by the 0.618, you add the support. If it comes up and does something like this, okay, comes up like this, you can see a beautiful higher low formation and a um, ascending triangle formation is being formed. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, and we have to hold this level. That would be golden if you hold this level. Okay, I'll just put it this way for Harmony 1. I hope that answered your question, Daniel. George, and we have Paul. Paul has a request for Adam. Let's quickly cover Adam. Where is Adam? No problem, Daniel. Okay, Adam at the moment, let's see what it's doing. We can always move the support accordingly because we see the touches there. Okay, make sure whenever the price comes a little bit and touches it, you could always adjust it. Okay, unless you don't have a clear breakout or a clear candle that is hanging outside and the close happens outside of this support level. That's your indication price can move towards the downside, and it has come out of the pattern, okay, out of the channel formation. So with this support over here for Adam, we are still in it, we are still in this pattern, so that's still good, but it's still waiting either, probably, Bitcoin and Ethereum, what they're going to do and slowly move towards that direction. But if you take a look at it in the Fibonacci now, right over here, okay, like I told you, Atom was one of those coins, if you've been watching my Atom videos, that it was ahead of all the coins because it was over the 0.618, it was over the 0.5 level, and now you can see it is just hanging on the 0.618. If we hold this level, you add the support of the long-term support line, trend line and you hold the 0.618, then this is going to be extra bullish for Atom, okay? Because then you will have confirmation. Let me show you how. Okay, okay, here. Okay, you can see when you were right over here, you couldn't hold it. Okay, price came down. Okay, now over here you held it, so price went up, but it came down. So this, you can see this whole area is just hanging around at the 0.618. It comes down, moves up. Okay, so you're doing whatever these candles did here, and you just have to, be a little bit patient with Atom. Okay, because it's really, all the coins are actually at their very uh, last support line, I would say. Okay, they all at their very last support line. But if Atom, let's say it does a reversal here and goes towards the upside, you can see this beautiful high low formation it's forming, and you can pull this over here if it holds. Okay, again, if it holds, you can see a formation of a ascending triangle can be made. Okay, look, like right over here. Okay, so this has to hold, and if it breaks, that's your confirmation. Things are gonna start going to the downside. Okay, so keep that in your mind. And if it goes down, where can it go? It can come all the way down to the 0.786 level. Okay, at 24 cents. Even if you look at it in the EMAs, you can see where the 55 moving average is. It's right below this support line. Okay, so this is it for Atom. I hope this answered your question, Paul. And then we have Veracity. Okay. Oh, I've covered this one before. Let's see what's going on with it. Okay, so with VRA, you are basically, you broke the support. Let's see. Okay, we can draw this a little bit better. On support here. Okay. So you can see with VRA that it came down, broke this channel, broke the resistance, and started rallying towards the upside. And now if you just look at it in the daily time frame and bring your Fibonacci and just judge this move, you can see you were getting support at the 0.786 level. Okay, but you broke it down. Now you're coming towards the downside. Okay, where is the downside? It all depends, because if you judge this move from here to here in the Fibonacci, you're coming towards the 0.618 level, which sits at over here, exactly right over here at 0.023. Okay, but you are still above this major support line with VRA. This is the major support line. You're still above it, and you're just playing in this pattern formation over here. Okay, now you can also take this trend line, bring it right over here. This is also where you were getting your major resistance from. Okay, if you go in the weekly time frame, you might be able to see it a little bit better. You can see this was the resistance area. We had 1, 2, 3, and then we couldn't reach it completely. This is where, but we are making lower highs formation in this manner as well. So pattern is looking pretty bearish to me, bearish at the moment, but unless we're holding this support, we are still making higher lows from the top. And you were also making higher formation like that. Depending on what resistance gets broken, that's the formation it can take. It can also take this kind of formation. Okay, it can take this kind of formation. Okay, this kind of formation. So depending on if it breaks this resistance, yes, then it's going to take this formation. Okay, if it breaks this resistance, then it might take, let's say it hit here, then it might take this formation. Okay, where this is the neckline then, but it is still holding this support line, so it's still looking good at the moment. Okay, I hope this answered your question. Um, who asked about VRA? George. On GMT can't just surpass the resistance carry. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at it right after GMT for uh, carry, Daniel. Okay, I covered GMT already, but I'll quickly cover it again for him since he missed it. GMT. Okay, GMT right now, we had a little bit of a pump. Oops, sorry. Okay, you can see with GMT, I explained a little. I'll just redo this really quickly. No problem. And guys, if you're liking this stream, kindly hit the like button. You know, your likes are very important. It's telling me you're liking it. Okay, so with GMT, we had this pattern over here, you know, this channel. Okay, we broke it towards the upside, but I told you this red box, we have to surpass this red box, break the resistance. But this was the 0.618 area. We couldn't break it. We fell towards the downside, and I told you it was gonna fell over here. And look, it exactly did that right now. Before, you know, if you've been watching, it fell over here. Now, if this can become a support, and movement can be towards the upside, that would be amazing because GMT is going to start making this symmetrical triangle formation. If you remove this now, okay, you can see how and bring the line graph, you can see this formation being made. Okay, now if you take a look at it this way, okay, let's say it does something like this. It doesn't respect, I mean, we can just say, we can leave this line as well. Uh, let's say it does something like this in this ascending triangle formation. That's a bearish pattern. But if it plays, all I can tell you is this is the resistance, this is the support. Price will do something like this. If it breaks the support, price will come towards the downside. If it breaks the resistance, it's gonna go towards the upside. Okay. Now, previously, okay, in this previous run we had this run towards the upside. Okay, it made an ascending triangle, and you can see how many resistance points it had. We had this, you break this, pump happened. Okay, then we had this resistance line, broke this, pump happened. Okay, so you have to judge accordingly where the resistance areas are. At the moment it's making this symmetrical triangle. Whenever the breakout happens, if it breaks the support, price is coming towards the downside, and you could always judge it through the Fibonacci levels. Look, if this gets broken, then the next support for GMT would be at one level. It's sitting at $2.09. If that gets broken, $1.27 could be the next support. Okay, but again, if the resistance gets broken, okay, resistance get broken, you could judge it accordingly right from here. Okay, yeah, right from here. If the resistance gets broken, whenever you break the C again, when you're gonna come, this makes perfect sense. Here, come here, hit this 0.618, come here, you will again battle this 0.618 if it moves towards the upside. And if this resistance gets broken, then you will start moving towards the upside. Okay, so keep this in mind. Your resistance and your support. That's the most important thing you can ever make for when it comes to trading. Okay, I forgot, Daniel is saying, I forgot this point. What is your option in Harmony? One pair, two BTC, similar ascending triangle formation, or is it a more bearish in case? Okay, let's look what he's saying. What Daniel is saying. Let's see. Uh, I mean, um, it doesn't really matter if it's paired, but I would say that we just have to, you know, consider that we have the support and resistance areas. Okay, now even if um, It's not bearish. I wouldn't call it bearish right now, but again, because it hasn't made any bearish patterns here at the very bottom. Okay, it hasn't made it yet, and the only way we can judge that is if you just break this support line, because it's all about the support and resistance, you know. So a lot of traders, what they do, they buy at the support, swing trade it towards the upside, buy it at the support. If it gets broken, closes the weekly candle below this, obviously the price is going to come down, right? It's in that manner. If it doesn't break the support, obviously the price can rally towards the upside. So this is how, and this is why I always have support and resistances in place, so I know where the resistance areas are. Okay, it could be a little bit over here maybe, but I have put it right over there at the moment to make it look accurate and perfect. Okay, so it's not looking bearish. Only reason it might look bearish if Bitcoin breaks its support level, and then you will see all the altcoins follow. That's why everybody is looking at Bitcoin right now. Okay. And that's why we have a big dump. Not only that, even in the stock market, we had a big dump today because of the inflation rates spiking and stuff. So it's affecting the market as well. And I think there's a big summit happening for Bitcoin as well. So that could be one of the reasons that the market is plunging at the moment. Okay. I hope that answered your question, George. I mean, sorry, Daniel. Okay. And Daniel, like, add everyone, please like. Oh, thank you so much, Daniel. Yeah, I try to do this as honestly as possible because I know a lot of YouTubers are out there. They're just, saying whatever they want. So, but yeah, with Harmony1, if you have any other coins, guys, just type it in the chat box so I can quickly cover it for you guys. And you can see this is the support level. If Harmony1, let's say there's a big dump happens, so everyone is going to be waiting right over here at the 1.414 level. Okay, keep this in mind. If the dump happens, then like if it holds this, great. If it breaks it, then this is might be the area where the next rally can happen. I'm not saying it's gonna dump. Okay, I'm just saying this is where the next support. If we had a support somewhere over here, I would have drawn a line on top. Okay, but we are at the very crucial level right now. Okay, but this is a very panicky situation. Like same feelings were there when Harmony1 was right over here at the support. Okay, same feelings were there. So same feelings have again come here. If it does break this, sorry, my mic went off. So if we break this, then we are coming down. Okay, so keep that in mind. At the moment, I don't see any bearish patterns being formed. Okay, if we go in the 4-hourly time frame, let's take a look a little bit. We had this pattern; it was forming. Look, all right, over here. Yeah, this area right over here. Okay, so we had this pattern. Look at this pattern over here in the lower time frame. It was making double bottom. This was double bottom. The price broke the resistance, came down. Okay, so pretty easy. Uh, you could always draw these support lines, and even if you take out the line graph, you can clearly see this was the support level. It broke, retest, came down. Okay, so yep. Uh, Target for Harmony. Well, target for Harmony is basically if you hold a support line, okay, exactly over here, you could always judge by the history, okay. If it holds the support line, great, okay. If look at this bottom, and you had this area of resistance, okay. Now look, when we draw this trend line, okay, you can see the 0.618 was sitting right over here, okay. And if we draw this trend line over here, we had another 0.618 level that was sitting exactly at the same point. So this is the golden ratio, okay, for the measurement, okay, which is a very important level. That's why you got rejected from here. Now, it needs more momentum to break this area. You can see these areas over here when the price and these areas, okay? Look at these areas. When it didn't just break it the first time, it took it couple of tries to break this here area and then went to the upside. When it fell down, when the selling happened over here, you bounced off the 0.618, went up, came down, support, went up, came down, support, and then 1, 2, 3 tries till you broke it, okay? So we only had 1, 2 tries, and if we can hold this level, then maybe we can come up and have another go. And then this will take a shape of an ascending triangle, okay? If this ascending triangle plays out accordingly, then there will be a price target for this ascending triangle wherever the breakout would be, and you can see the next target could be the 0.786 level. If it breaks towards the downside, it can come at the 0.382 level. Okay, you could also see it in the weekly 0.382 level at 10636. Okay, hope that answered your question, because it's actually forming some kind of patterns at the moment, and hopefully some bullish patterns can play out. It is in a formation of this pattern, okay, and is still making higher low formation, this higher low, okay. So hopefully we can have a good close above this line today and move towards the upside, okay, hopefully. So that's good. That's going to be the bullish case. If it comes down, closes below, not come down, the day hasn't ended, and then it wicks back and you're like, oh shit, I sold, and so you have to be very careful, and be legit, and work accordingly, with these candle closes, when the candle closes in the daily, depending on what time frame you're trading on. Oh, thank you, Mr. Rajendra, for the super chat. Appreciate you're my second donator since I have started this streaming, and I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Again, liking my analysis. Really helpful. Thank you. And now with this support line, you can easily see that we are forming somewhat of a bullish pattern, okay? I keep saying that because I don't see anything bearish, okay, right now, okay? The market is dumping until or unless it's making bullish patterns, we are still good, okay? Higher low formation is being made. If it breaks this area of support, comes here, this is lower low formation being made, okay, then we are going towards the downside. Keep that in mind. Until or unless any chart you look at, any formation you look at, higher low formation is always a bullish sign. And look at this, okay, I'll just give you an example. Higher low formation, price rally towards the upside, okay, lower low, price rally towards the downside, okay. The momentum, you have to just judge the momentum, what trend is the market moving in, and then you work accordingly towards that momentum, okay. So at the moment, Harmonyone is looking good to me, until unless it breaks this support line again, okay. Hope that answered your question. And if there are any viewers out there, you can ask me. And thank you for the super chat, Rajendra Singh. Really helps the channel. Thank you. And if you guys are out there, kindly hit the like button. Your likes are telling me you like these live streams where we connect one-on-one and just get your analysis done accordingly, okay? And if there are anyone out there you want me to cover your coin quickly, let me know, since we are on this live stream. Let's quickly see what Bitcoin is doing since we are here. Okay, you can see Bitcoin is going crazy right now. Okay, I had this, this measurement drawn, this support and resistance. You can see we are sitting right at this support right now. If this holds, then we will start coming to the upside, okay. Look, we can make a good, this was a bullish pattern, by the way, but it broke towards the downside, okay, because it was making beautiful recovery again and again and making this inverse head and shoulder pattern. But what happened was it broke this. Let me show you. It broke this area of support, and then price came falling down. That's why you see these what do you call parabolic moves. When you break the support, that's when these moves happen, and that's what the panic and the fear in the market comes in, because these supports are very important. And whenever you break them, look at this, it rallied towards the downside. And now, if you look at the whole Bitcoin chart in the weekly time frame, I just want to point this out. And look at how beautiful this chart is, actually. Look at this chart. It's only making this kind of formation. It's in this channel formation. You move up parabolically, and then you come down. You move up, hit the resistance, come down. Look, went up. This was the target, but a lot of people bought the fear of missing out, came back in this channel formation, held support, went up, hit the resistance, came back, held support. This was the Corona dump. So again, we went up, hit this resistance, came back. We are coming back to the support. Okay. Now we are still at the moment. Let me show you. With Bitcoin, we are still in this channel. Okay, we are still in this channel, and you can see we came at the support and we held it. We're still going up. And even if you come all the way back, okay, you can see how many red weeks we had when we were still making high low formation. We still had red candles in between. Okay, now even if we can hold this support level, okay, which aligns at these levels, 30, 40, slowly we are making higher lower high formation. If we can hold this level, market will only go towards the upside, okay? And slowly we will break this major resistance. And if you bring your EMAs, you can see clearly, hide the drawings, okay? You can see we are above the 20 moving average. As long as we stay above the 20 moving average, we are good, okay? Look at this. Above the 20 moving average, boom, upside. Below, it comes down. Above, good. But again, whenever Bitcoin is, if it drops, okay, if Bitcoin drops, it's still good, okay, because there are a lot of buyers sitting, because trust me, if people are ready to buy Bitcoin at 43,000, I think there are a lot of buyers ready to buy Bitcoin at these 20 to 30,000 levels, okay. So again, look over here, when Bitcoin had this Corona dump, okay, it fell all the way to 3,800 from 10,000. Look at that big wig. So it's always an opportunity, and people are waiting for that opportunity to get in, I believe. Okay, but still, we are in this formation, and this is a bullish formation. You still want to keep going up slowly and stay above the 20 moving average. Okay, as long as you're above the 20 moving average, you're making bullish patterns. Okay, and you're still in a bull market. You break the 20, you fall, and look, since Bitcoin was born, okay, this should give you some confidence with Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin was born, okay, over here, I mean, no, it was in pennies, but let's say over here, okay, it always stayed above the 20 moving average. It fell, got back in, then the rally happened, okay? So we are still above it, so that's still good, and we are not making any bearish patterns in the monthly time frame at the moment. We are still making bullish patterns, okay? Look, let me show you. We are still making this formation right over here, where the price hit this price area of 60,000 to 68,000 twice, okay, but we weren't able to break it because the sellers were pretty strong in these areas, okay. They thought, because people who bought over here at the Corona, they probably sold it over here, right? And then if you go in the weekly time frame now, look at this pattern over here. Let me hide the indicators, and let me clean some of this line so you could look at it a little bit better. Let's take this off. Okay, you can see, let's take this off. Well, okay, you can see where we had this area of, look, this was a bearish head and shoulder pattern, okay? And usually these are bearish patterns. A lot of people were saying the price is going to go towards the downside, and they had a price target towards the downside, okay? But that never happened, okay? What happened was it broke the resistance line and went towards the upside. So this was a big big shocker, and you can see we went and met the price target over here as well, okay? And that was an amazing opportunity. And same way over here, okay? Now if you look at this pattern, because everything connects, okay, you have to make sure you're looking at uh, things accordingly when it comes to uh, the relation, what happened in the previous one. You can see over here this, this, and if it comes here, we can still make another bearish head and shoulder pattern. Sure, Felismo, I'll take a look at it. Just give me a second. And then we had this neckline. We have the same resistance line that's coming into play. Now, whenever it breaks this and closes a weekly candle above it, trust me, you're going to see a parabolic move towards the upside, okay? And market is going to start moving. Altcoins are going to start moving as well. If you see this getting broken, coming over here, breaking the, let me say, what, 30, I would say 35,000 to 34,000, you have broken this support line, okay? So keep that in mind that we are still making good bullish patterns and momentum is still towards the upside, okay? And if it stays towards the upside, you know, I think we could touch 100,000 easily, in my viewpoint, because you can see over here, right over here, you make this line, you make this, it's making a beautiful ascending triangle formation. Not only that, it can also be considered as a bull pennant, and this is gonna tell the story what happens in this area. Okay, so a couple of weeks more and then you will know where the momentum of Bitcoin is going, if Bitcoin is gonna be the digital world currency or not. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. uh, we'll just see what happens. Okay, but accordingly to this analysis and this chart of Bitcoin is still looking good to me. This was a Corona dump, ignore that. But other than that, Bitcoin has always stayed above this support line and the momentum is looking pretty decent at the moment. Okay, these weekly red candles will come, they'll come and go, but look at the monthly. Okay, monthly is looking extremely beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look at Luna really quickly for Felismo. Luna. Where is Luna? Luna is one of the strongest coins in my viewpoint. It has a very good potential. LUNA. Okay, let's look at Luna in the weekly time frame. So Luna's momentum has only been towards the upside. If you look at this beautiful pattern, you can see it's making, you know, higher low formation. Higher low formation keeps going up. Okay, but recently, look, you can just put it right over here actually. So this was the support line for Luna. Okay, you can see recently it has broken this area of support, but again, Luna is so strong that it is still going up, even if it has broken this support line. Okay, and this is a pretty good thing. And if you take a look at it in the Fibonacci now and just judge the move accordingly with the measurement, okay, look, you can see now how beautifully it respects the Fibonacci. Okay, I'll quickly summarize this. See, the price goes up at the one level, came down at the golden ratio. Okay, this is the indication it held it. Okay, big candle fell, indication it was going to hold. Momentum happened, made a good ascending triangle formation, moved towards the upside. Okay, it went and broke the 1.272 level. Okay, it couldn't get to the 1.414 level, and then that's what it was trying to go and get to. Okay, so now with Luna, I believe that if you go in the, let's take this off for a second, take this off and see what it's doing right from here. Was the high? Okay, you can see it is just holding strong at this candle over here, its previous high. Okay, you can see it fell down at the 0.618 level, and then it rallied towards the upside. If it comes back in, it is going to find it has a lot of support in this area, but the strongest support is at the 0.786 level. Even if it falls to the 0.618 level, it's still making this higher low formation. Okay, still in this beautiful higher low formation. Okay, I'll just put it this over here because I think this makes more sense to me. Okay, right over here, and we can drag it all the way. Okay, yeah, so you can see what's going on now. Came here 0.618 in the other measurement, and then went up, support. It might come here, find support again. If it does this, okay, find support over here in my viewpoint now, it can make this resistance over here. If it breaks it, it's going towards the 1.272 area. Okay, if it breaks it. Okay, let's see. Let me see if there's another chart for Luna actually. Yeah, I think this one is the accurate one. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can see here 1.272. So again, if it falls, I would say it's gonna come very close to this Fibonacci level right over here. And take this one off now. Okay, yeah, the 0.786 is your strongest support. But again, you can always judge this in this measurement because this is the measurement you want to look at because that's where the price is fluctuating at. Okay. Okay, you can see 0.786 step by step. Okay, everything is Fibonacci when it comes to these candlesticks. First, it will fall to the 0.786, but if this area gets held to, then 1.474, then 1.686, and you can see the okay, the 2 level and 1.272 level are aligning perfectly. And this is basically if Bitcoin goes up, okay, this is what's going to happen. Luna can come all the way and hit the 1.272 only if the momentum is still towards the upside. Okay, I hope this answered your question, Felismo. And if you have any other coins, let me know. But at the moment, Luna is looking good to me. And I think that it is still trying to get towards the upside. And you can see this is the movement of Luna. Okay, look at this. It comes down, moves up. Same way over here. Comes down, moves up. This is exactly the same thing, but this is in a bigger picture and bigger wave movements. Okay, and that's how it's moving up. It's gonna make maybe this kind of form right over here somewhere if the momentum is towards the upside. Okay, now if it breaks towards the downside, and this was a beautiful double bottom pattern, double bottom, higher low formation. There was a price target towards the upside, and you can see exactly we met it over here. Okay, so it's working accordingly to the plan. Even if it falls, you might fall to the 0.618 level, which is sitting at $76. Okay, maybe fall here if it falls. I'm not saying it will fall, but this is the strongest support with this pattern. Okay, and like I explained to you, 0.618 level is always the support levels to see, because the most buy orders are put at 0.618 level. Okay, so that's a hint I'm giving you guys, which you guys should always respect the golden ratio. Uh, Joe's, yeah, sure, we'll check Zill. I hope that answered your question, Felismo. And um, if you have any more questions, let me know. And if you're liking this stream, guys, kindly hit the like button. Your likes are very important. It keeps me going, you know. And even if on top of that, if super chat comes, that's even much better. So let's take a look at this over here. Okay, you can see exactly. Oh, I have a lot of baby coins. The all the coins I cover, they're all my baby coins. They are all my babies. Axie Infinity, VeChain, Zill, GMT. I mean, the the reason I do this analysis is because I actually learned myself as well when I invested in them, and it helps me analyze them better. So that's the reason I cover most of the coins I'm invested in. Okay, but I'm not a financial advisor. So this is basically a like my logbook. YouTube is my logbook just to keep me on up to date with my analysis as well. And every time I'm analyzing, I unlock or learn something new as well, as I analyze them. So okay, so with Zilcoin, you can see I drew this this pattern over here. We came down, we held support over here, and I told you that if we break this level over here, I had this level at 13 cents, it will come down and hold support at the 0.12157, and that's exactly what happened. It held support over here because I told you if you go over here, this was the second strongest. I mean, it was more stronger than the first one, resistance support at these levels, because you can see uh, right over here, right over here, right over here, right over here, a lot of support areas. Okay, so this was the area that I guess a lot of people were just watching. And now if you just look at this pattern over here, I would bring this trend line a little bit below. Okay, and even if you take this off now, you don't really need it. Take this off. Okay, but this is still a resistance area. And you can see currently we are just moving in this red zone. Okay, the 12 to 13 cent area. Okay, 14 cent. Okay, so once you have to look for maybe a reversal pattern over here. What I mean by reversal patterns are double bottom formation, ascending triangle, head and shoulder pattern, the bullish ones. Okay, so if you see a double, like a bullish pattern, a reversal pattern in these area, because it looks like it is trying to hold these levels. Okay, and then just to confirm it, you could always go and look for bullish divergence taking place. Okay, whenever it comes to its support areas. Okay, like let me see if there's any I can show you right now. Okay, I see this was a bullish divergence. Okay, it happened over here. You can see the price was coming down. Okay, and the momentum was picking up. So this is a bullish divergence that took place. That's why you had this rally towards the upside. Okay, so and you can clearly see. Uh, let me show you right over here. Okay, this was the area of this candle actually was the area of connection where the bullish divergence happened. Okay, where I drew the blue line. Okay, so now exactly over here, if you hold these levels over here. Okay, you hold this level or the 100 moving average. Okay, because you can see at the moment and in the 4-hourly time frame, the 20 and the 55 are coming in as a resistance. They're going to start moving downwards. Okay, and then you have the 100 moving average coming in as a support. Okay, so you have to look what happens if the 100 moving average wins against the 20 and the 55. You have and 100 moving average pushes the price and breaks this resistance, you're going to see a good pump towards the upside. Okay, and where that can pump be, I would say that pump can go all the way to the 0.15 at the 0.618 level. I would say if it breaks it, closes the candle above it, there's more room to go up and hit the 0.5 level. Okay, so keep this in mind. It's actually trying to consolidate in these areas at the moment. Okay, I hope this answered your question. Who has this? Uh, yeah, Jose. If you like the analysis, kindly hit the like button. Okay, DND coin, no pump and dump coin can detect a scam coin. Well, TA can detect a scam coin, but because there is a okay this coin over here. Well, it's in Coinbase, so I don't know if this is a pump and a dump coin because Coinbase doesn't just list any coin. Um, they yeah, it's in Coinbase. Okay, so DNT. I'm not really sure what this coin does, but usually when you have a pump like that, okay, they come down, okay, in the 4-hourly time frame, and they because people who bought it here obviously they sold it here, right? If it's pumping, just put yourself in DNT. If you bought it over here and the coin pumped all of a sudden in 2 days or one day, wouldn't you sell it over here? So it's all emotions, you know. And then the coin came back because everybody started selling. People who expected the coin to go a little bit further, they said, oh no, the coin is gonna sell. They started selling, taking some profit, and it's coming down. So now you have to look for where it settles down, okay? Because after it settles down, I believe, and especially the market is going down right now, okay? So if you let's see what's happening in the lower time frames, maybe that can give us an indication. Okay, you can see it's coming down. It's still coming down. Momentum is down. Okay, so this is how you're gonna know that it's gonna start going up. Okay, again, you're gonna look for a bullish divergence actually. Okay, let me show you exactly what kind of bullish divergence. Nope, not over here. Not over here. Okay, you're gonna look for a bullish divergence. It's not happening here, but you can see. Okay, you can see what's going on. Okay, I can give you a simple indication. Okay, you can see how drastic this fall is. Okay, it's pretty dumpy. Okay, but the momentum in the RSI is not that dumpy. Okay, in the 1 hourly time frame. So maybe the bottom is about to be reached in my viewpoint. Okay, so whenever you see the RSI moving, this is my strategy behind it. Whenever you see maybe a bullish divergence where the price is coming down and momentum has picked up, that's where another pump can come. Okay, but this coin is listed in Coinbase, so I don't know if this is a pump or a dump coin because I mean, they do list some of them, but I don't think this is a pump and run. Let's go in the weekly time frame and let's quickly see where it can find the support. Okay, you can clearly see 0.618 level is sitting right over here at 0.10. That's why it's coming here. Maybe this can be the area of support. Okay, you can see it's not a coincidence. The coin pumped and then it's coming to the 0.618. So maybe this can be the area of good support. You just have to look for maybe like a reversal pattern in the hourly because this coin pumped within 1, 2, yeah, one day. This is one day, just one day of rally. So obviously there could be a bullish divergence that could take place in the 1 hourly time frame somewhere over here, okay? And it is sitting right at the 0.618 level. So you have to just keep an eye on this and see where that divergence takes place. Okay, Felismo, I hope that answered your question, Kiari Hashim. Felismo is saying, also I have one question. Can you tell me or show me what is the momentum when price breaking trend lines? Well, see, this is a very confusing question because there are different ways you can look at them. Price breaking trend line. Okay, you could judge that like if you have a trend break, okay, like the best way to learn that is in the 5 minute chart, I would say, okay, because 5 minute chart actually it's the same thing, but um, weekly is a larger time frame. So when you come in the 5 minute chart, this is how I got the understanding. See, there's this trend line, and then if you break this area of resistance and you close a candle above it, momentum will start shifting towards the upside, okay? If you come over here, you close a 5 minute candle below it, then momentum has started shifting towards the downside. But now there are a lot of ways. There are fake outs as well, so you have to keep an eye on that. See, now this pump that happened, I'm just giving you an example, okay? This pump that happened, it went up, but see, the resistance was over here. So it can go up all the way it wants, but until or unless you don't break the resistance, you won't have a real rally towards the upside, okay? So you have to look for indications where the candle closes and stays closed above, and then the rally confidence comes back in and rally happens towards the upside. And even if you look at some, like, let's just say one other coin, let's just take Harmonyone, okay? Where is Harmonyone? Okay, you can see, oh, look at this, how beautifully it has started moving up. Okay, so you can see with Harmonyone, we are in the 5 minute time frame. Okay, you can just bring this trend line. I mean, it's all the same thing. If you look, this is the resistance area. Okay, right over here. Okay, so now it is gonna start hitting the resistance, resistance, resistance. If it comes here again, double bottom formed. There's a price target towards the upside, and then it's gonna come out of this resistance area, and then the price will rally towards the upside. Okay, so in the if you day traders know what I'm talking about. If you're a day trader and you've been trading charts, they look for these patterns because they want to just make quick daily profit and stuff. And look at this bullish divergence in place. Okay, bullish divergence. This is bearish. I mean, this is the price is coming down, momentum is picking up. That's why you had this go. Okay, I hope, and it happens exactly. So if it's like retested, yeah, because it retests these areas. Look, it's breaking out right now because it is above the 20 moving average and the 55 moving. So the break is happening now. You can look clearly. If you break this, you close this candle above it, price will start moving towards the upside. And the next major resistance is right over here. You could just draw your Fibonacci, and you can see it's trying to get to the 0.618 level where the 100 moving averages. Okay, so if it closes or gets rejected, might come down, retest this line, and then start moving towards the upside. So because if you go in the daily time frame, you can see we are at the support level, and a lot of people know this support level is a buying opportunity. If they believe in the project, if they believe in Bitcoin, they are gonna come and buy at the support levels. Okay, so that's the reason you have these reversals in place, because a lot of people are waiting on these support levels to buy the coin, and then they finally got the best deal out of the coin, right? And then the price moves towards the upside. That's the whole psychology behind it, I believe. Okay, and obviously, if it goes to the resistance, people want to sell it, right? It comes down. Bottom, they want to buy it, it comes up. And that's what I showed you in the 5-minute chart. Look, it's it's coming outside now. And I believe a lot of people who are noticing this right now, and especially the champion traders, they are probably, here, making a quick buck when it hits the 0.618 level. I hope that answered the question, Felismo. If you like this kind of videos, guys, hit the like button. And I'm always, what do you call, support the channel, so I can just do this and just make videos on analysis and stuff. But if there's anyone out there you want me to cover any other coin, let me know. And I hope that answered your question, Felismo. And thank you for the super chat, Rajendra Singh. That was amazing. You really, uh, you know, um, keep me going. This is my second super chat by, since I've started, doing these live streams. So pretty encouraging. And if there's anyone out there who wants me to continue with the analysis, let me know. We have had a couple of requests today, and it was a good Solana. Okay, Solana it is. And I hope you're doing well, Josia Baka. Let's see, where is Solana? Okay, let's see what Solana is doing. Been some time I haven't covered Solana. Let's see. Okay, with Solana, you can see that we can just judge the move from the top to the bottom right over here. Okay, you can see it's basically getting support from the 0.786 at the moment. Okay, this is where you got that beautiful lift towards the upside. Okay, right over here. Okay, and you can see whenever Solana went up, had this big go, you came back, you got support at the 0.618, and then this rally happened. We have come back, and I think this is a good sign because slowly it's making this higher low formation as well. Okay, so this is good. And let's see what it's doing now. You were in this. Let's go in the daily time frame. You can see it a little bit better. You had this resistance, okay, right over here, resistance line, and you had this support line over here, okay? And you can see you have broken outside of this resistance and come out of it, okay? You can also take another Fibonacci and just measure this move right over here. And sorry, my mic just went off. So you can see with Solana, it came out of it and it hit the 0.5 level. It also broke the 0.618 level. So this was pretty good what Solana did. Now, if Bitcoin kept on going up, I think Solana would have just, rallied towards the upside to the next Fibonacci level at 163, but it got rejected at the 0.5 level. And now, if we can hold this as support at the 0.618 or VIC back up and close this candle above the 0.618, this is going to be really bullish for Solana in my viewpoint. The reason that is because then this can be a confirmation that price wants to move towards the upside, exactly like I showed you over here, okay? Right over here, the price when it was coming down, okay, the whole run that happened, it had this resistance, it had this support, you made a beautiful falling wedge formation at the 0.618 and price rally towards the upside. So what a beautiful indication that is, okay? So same way with this run, falling wedge, price is hitting the 0.5 level. If you can hold this as support, 0.618, and come back up, this would be great. But even if you come down, that's still okay at $99, which is the next level, 0.786. Even if you come down, that's still fine because you're still making high low formation at the moment, okay? And you can see how beautifully it made this same pattern, falling channel, right over here, sorry, right over here. Okay, this was a bullish pattern, okay, and then break towards the upside. Normally, falling wedges have targets at the top of the level. It got there, went a little bit above, and came down. Okay, now you can see this was a falling channel. Falling channel have targets at the top of the channel. Okay, so slowly, this is the long term. So slowly what it's trying to do is find support now. Wherever that support comes in, it's going to have another go. Now if Bitcoin falls, obviously it's going to take Solana with it. But overall, Solana is looking pretty decent to me. And especially because of their NFT marketplace, I think they're about to start. That's also a big news for Solana. But again, it's just playing the whole measurement for the pattern is just playing in this Fibonacci level 1 and 0.786. Okay, and if you want to measure Solana accordingly, you could just bring this Fibonacci level for this measurement. It will work accordingly in these levels, but you want to see Solana close above the 0.786. If it fails to do it today, it's going to come to the 0.786 level. Okay, hope that answered your question. Uh, Josiah, but things are looking extremely good for Solana at the moment because it has broken the resistance. Momentum is towards the upside, and a lot of coins didn't even break the 0.618 level. A lot of altcoins weren't able to do that. They got rejected at the 0.618 level. Solana was able to go and hit the 0.5 level, so you got a little bit more out of Solana, in my viewpoint. Okay, I hope that answered your question. And if you liked the answer, just hit the like button. Okay. Uh, Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. That's really nice of you. Where are you from? Rahim. Hey, could you please do the maps? Hey, Rahim, I hope you're doing well. Sure, why not? Let me just have some rose water. Now I can have another go. Maps. Wow, this is the first time I'm actually looking at this coin, so let's see what it's doing. So with this, the first thing I can see, okay, with maps is it's making this kind of pattern. Even if it gets rejected, there is a support over here somewhere, okay, right over here, a bullish pattern that I can see forming. It doesn't have to be like that necessarily, but we can see what it's doing in the Fibonacci, okay? But I can already see this shoulder, the head form, and then if this happens, okay? So good pattern that it's making. Now let's take a look at the whole formation of. You can see clearly, yeah, so this area was supported by the 0.618, came down, made a recovery. So it's getting rejected from this high over here, okay? Now, wherever it can find this next support, that's what it's looking for, I think. If it can find a support, maybe a little bit, oops, let me take these lines off. Yeah, wherever this support level can be, then it will settle over there, wherever that is. Okay, could be here, or maybe it could just rally towards the upside, but I believe it hasn't completed its whole momentum of or produced its second pattern, okay, because you can see this whole chart is working in patterns now, okay. You can see the price came 0.618 level, went all the way down, you broke the 0.618 level, rallied towards the upside. Now it's just trying to find its support level. It bring out the EMAs. Weekly EMA is looking extremely good to me, okay, because you can see the 20 moving average is about to cross the 55 moving average. If this happens, this is a very bullish sign that it could do, because usually you don't really get these crosses more often in the weekly time frame. Okay, the weekly time frame is looking good. Maybe the price can fall at 0.92 at 0.236 level, and meanwhile the cross happens, and then it can push the price towards the upside, okay? And then we can have this beautiful area of, maybe something like that, where this is the left shoulder, a right shoulder, and can make this pattern like that, okay? And then we have this neckline. You can see clearly um, this pattern over here will take a form of a inverse head and shoulder pattern, okay? And it's been forming this for, I think, since 17 May of last year, okay? That's when it started. Whenever that happens, let's say this is the high and this is the low, you can just judge it. You can clearly see the 0.618 level is sitting right over here at 0.60. So if this $1.02 area is held, then you might form your second shoulder. If it comes a little bit below, maybe over here. But at the moment, looks like it wants to come down. If it breaks this level, great. But I see let's say if it breaks this level, okay? Take this off, put it here. Then it has the momentum to go to the next Fibonacci level. Clearly, okay? You cannot ignore this $1.272, $4.15 if it breaks the one level, okay? Now, if it doesn't break it, then accordingly, you should see where the 0.618 level is. Maybe that's where it's going to find its support, or at the 0.786 level. And again, you can just judge this move. Okay. So 0.236 level is also sitting here. So it's taking a shape of an inverse head and shoulder. That's what I can see, because you can clearly see right over here. It's making, like higher low formation right over here. So I hope that's answered your question, Raheem, because unless you don't find this support, because at the moment the weekly close is red over here, okay? And you can see whenever you have this weekly close in red, the price tends to come down, okay? So hopefully it picks up, but I think whenever this cross happens between these EMAs, that's where we can get this push wherever that bottom it's gonna find, okay? Hope that answered your question, Raheem. Uh, okay. No problem, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Um, uh, uh, jo Josh, Josh. Now I'm new to this. Okay, I don't know how to exactly do the whole sharing thing, but in the future I'm gonna start doing it depending on how my audience goes and all that. Then I will start doing it. At the moment, um, I'm pretty lazy at doing these kind of things, to be honest. That's why, these YouTube videos, come pretty easy to me, to be honest. But once I start, getting into this, strictly into, Discord, Telegram, or Twitter, and all the other great sharing charts, I would start doing that. But at the moment, I'm just strictly covering these videos, okay, on YouTube. But yeah, that's a good way to connect as well, and I will look forward to that in the future, okay? Um, DAR. Oh, okay. Oh, Felisma from Europe, man. Nice place, man. Place. I've always wanted to go to Europe, but never got a chance. Let's cover DAR really quickly. We are getting a lot of requests for DAR coin. Okay, so DAR recently it pumped like crazy. If you guys have been watching my videos for DAR, hit the like button, okay? Because we achieved all the targets. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, so with DAR, you can see whenever I look at DAR, this candle really, blows my mind. This big green candle the pump that happened with this green candle. I wish I knew about it back then. I got to know about DOR from my, YouTube audience. So yeah, with DOR, you can see it made this bearish head and shoulder pattern, had this support line, broke it towards the downside, and then if we go in the daily time frame and look over here, we made a beautiful right over here. We made a beautiful, this head and shoulder pattern, head, shoulder, had a price target towards the upside. Okay, and you can see we achieved it by hitting it right over here. Then we came down, momentum picked up, and you can see the 100 moving average also came in as a support, but breakdown happened, and we are testing these areas at the moment. Okay, these resistance level, because this is a very important support level. I'm sorry. And if we can hold it, we can have another go, but it all depends if we can hold it. Okay, if there's any good news coming out for DOR, maybe that could be another catalyst that can bring this price towards the upside. Now let's see in the Fibonacci what it's saying. Okay, so yeah, the Fibonacci is actually giving it away. Let's see, take these lines off. Okay, you can see how perfectly it's respecting every move in the Fibonacci. Okay, so you can see found bottom here at these bottoms, went up, hit the 0.5 level. This is where you got um, this neckline, and then you moved up to the 0.786 level at these highs. Okay, obviously you had a lot of price action that happened here, and then the price came down, fell on the 0.618 level. Once the candle closed above it, this was a confirmation that the price is going to come towards the upside. Okay, that's why you saw this pump, because the confirmation happened at this level. Okay, this was the strongest confirmation. Now the price is slowly trying to come down and find its support. Now wherever that support is, it all depends on where the candle closes. If it closes above the 0.786 level, and this is kindly a bearish candle at the moment. Okay, but if it wicks up a little bit, closes bullish, then momentum can pick up towards the upside. If it closes bearish, then momentum can come towards the 0.618 level. Okay, it depends on Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin decides to pump, then uh, obviously, the money is going to flow into the altcoins as well. Okay, now let's judge the whole move. Take a Fibonacci and just measure all the way. Okay, you can see the whole move when we measure it. Okay, let me show you something. Hey Sultan, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Nice to have you. And you can see when we judge the whole move, you can see how many times we got rejected by the 0.618. Look at this. We went above it, failed to close it. If you would have closed your candle above the 0.618 level over here, man, this would have been golden. The price, maybe I would say it would have gone and hit this resistance line. Okay, because this is where the next resistance is. I mean, there are Fibonacci levels, but this is where the main price action happened. You don't have, I mean, you were gonna get some resistance here, here. Yeah, this would have been the area where you would have gone and hit. Okay, so now if you take a look at this over here, uh, right over here. Okay, you can see and come and draw this box now. This is the area where this is the playground for where the things are going on. Okay, because you're going up, hitting the 0.618, coming down, hitting this measurement of 0.618, and if you find support here, that is going to be good as well. Price can start moving towards the upside. Now, depending on the market condition, market is good, yes, everything will look good. Okay, you could come in the 4 hourly time frame and bring this support line right over here. You can see how beautifully, where is it? How beautifully this upwards movement is happening. You break this, obviously price will come down, right? So just judge accordingly in this Fibonacci, and if you close above the 0.618 and you respect that support trend line, things will start looking really good for Darcoin, okay? And I think there is a good news, something coming out at the end of the month. I've heard from somewhere, I'm not sure, but maybe that's why it's been pumping crazy as well, okay? Okay, so I hope that answered your question for DAR. So we had two because for DAR, hope that brought you some more insights for DAR, why it's doing what it's doing, why it's doing it, okay? So these two areas, if you just take this off now, this is where it's gonna play around. Mr. Sultan is saying should sell or sand or waiting for daily close. Well, it all depends. I covered sand earlier. Let's go take a look at it again because market at the moment it is kind of in a very panicky state. You can see how much Bitcoin has fallen. It's falling from this. Oh, wow, it's coming down as well. Where would this support can be? Because I told you Bitcoin has this resistance line and has this support line. Unless it stays above this area, you're good. Even if it wicks over here, comes back up at 38, that's still good. You are not supposed to break this area of support, okay? Because if you break this area of support, then it's gonna break the whole damn chain, okay? I'm not saying it's gonna go to zero. I'm just saying maybe it's gonna create another bullish patterns or something. But again, this is a very important area, and at the moment we are breaking this support line as well. Looks like it. We haven't closed the candle. Let's see. We haven't closed the candle yet. See in the 4 hourly, the momentum is coming towards the downside. So if it comes down, I think it's gonna find some support. You could just bring your Fibonacci, put it over here. Look at this. It's at the 0.618 level at the moment. So if you close today below this level, the price is gonna take a drastic fall. Okay. I'm not gonna say a lot by a lot, but you might see this another candle unless this area is a golden ratio. If you see a green candle come in, then momentum can go up because a lot of buyers do sit in these areas to purchase any stocks or coin because this is an important area of buy zone in my viewpoint. Okay. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. I just do this for knowledge and entertainment purposes, guys. And you can see uh, this, once we broke this level of resistance, okay, with Bitcoin. Sorry, my mic just went off. So yeah, we came here. See, we got rejected by the 0.618. Came here, had so many tries to break the 0.618 but failed, okay? We finally broke this and got rejected right from here at the 0.5 level. We're coming back to retest it. This is actually a good thing, okay? When you have a retest of a 0.618, it's actually a good thing. I can show you this here. We went above, we came back, retested, boom, towards the upside, okay? So we have done this before. Came out of it, came back, retest, boom, towards the upside. Once we broke it, downside, okay? So this is kind of a good thing. So this can be, if we get a good big green candle, okay, like that or something, that's going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and that's going to lead the way for a lot of altcoins as well. And especially if you look at let me show you the EMAs, okay? You can see the EMAs are actually sitting right over here. If you take off the drawings, you can see it a little bit better. You can see the EMAs 20 moving and the 55 moving average are coming in as support for Bitcoin right now. If it can hold both these EMAs, because 55 moving average is still, you can see, above these candles, okay? So even if it stays above and holds it for this week, and end of today. Okay, you can see they're all over here right now. Okay, that would be a great sign. Then we can start valuing towards the upside. If it breaks, we are gonna see downside. Okay, now if you come to sand, where is sand? Let's see where it is. And go right over here. Yeah, sand is taking a beating right now. Let's see. Okay, so sand over here, no doubt it's a great coin, and it actually uh, it's one of the best metaverse projects. Okay, we already know that. And now if you look at sand over here, okay, like I told you, hide indicators. Okay, like I told you, sand originally had this price target. Okay, and you can see this was a beautiful inverse head and shoulder pattern, and that's where the price target was. But what happened with sand was it got rejected right at the 0.618 level. Okay, right over here. I'm sorry, it didn't even get there. It got very close to it, but never reached there. The reason is it never reached there, what I feel, okay? Because sand is way ahead, in my viewpoint, from other coins. Okay, if you judge this move now, okay, right over here, you can see when sand had this rally towards the upside, let's just take this off, okay? It went up, straight away it broke it, okay? It made this beautiful double bottom formation, okay? Went up, broke it. I mean, took literally a week to do this, okay? You'll see it a little bit better in the weekly time frame. Okay, look. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't even take that much effort for sand to break things, okay? Went up, hit the level, 1 week, boom, break towards the upside. Now come over here, okay? Same thing. You judge this move. It didn't even go and connect it, okay? It went very close to it but got rejected. Now, if you come in the daily time frame, you're getting supported by this level, okay? This is the level of support. If sand can hold this level, that's going to be great. But if it breaks this level, comes towards the downside, then, I'm not going to say it's going to go to zero. Obviously not, because Gala coin has broken this support and Gala has done something like this, come out and moved sideways, okay? And went to retest the levels, okay? Even Gala has hit the 0.618 at the moment. But sand is just waiting to see where Bitcoin is going to go, in my viewpoint. And they are not getting any big news or something that can move the price at the moment, because Sand and Mana token, they're already at about 4 to 5 billion market cap. And a lot of other metaverse projects are trying to come and get reach to the Sands and Mana's market cap level. So there has to be a either Bitcoin has to start moving, then you will see a movement for Sand. Either you break the 0.618 level, then there's a movement for Sand. If you can have this support come in as a solid support for Sand, then it can start moving upwards, okay? Because that's what it did in its previous run. Okay, if you look at it, even this area, it came down, held support, broke the 0.786 level, yeah, 0.786, then went up, okay? Here with Sand, even if you come here, you hold this as support, and then you make, say, come down, went up. If you hold this as support, okay, today, and you have a good candle towards the upside, and eventually you break the 0.786 and come up, obviously you're making a higher low formation, okay? If you hold this is still bullish and slowly is building a momentum to go and break this level, okay? So keep this in mind. I mean, things are not bad yet because it is still in the formation that it's supposed to be, okay? I know a lot of panic is there in the market. If there's a daily close, or I would mostly go with the weekly close. Okay, there's a weekly close over here, then yeah, you might, you know, um, be like, okay, yeah, the weekly close is outside of this um, channel, and then see what, like this over here. Okay, you had a wick over here. Okay, so if you were in the daily time frame, you probably seen candles over here. Okay, but in the weekly time frame, it's just wicked outside, and then the price rally towards the upside. So weekly is going to tell you the story for sand in my viewpoint. Okay, I hope that answered your question, Mr. Sultan. Um, um, and hopefully it brought you some good information and knowledge on sand, because it's still making its good patterns. Look at this. Okay, when here at this up, same thing, maybe rally up, maybe like that. Okay, I don't know. This support is still getting held, so it's still good in my viewpoint. If it breaks it in the weekly time frame, then that's a different story. But again, oh yeah, I wanted to show you something with sand so you can get some. So with sand, when I was doing this in my free time, when you judge the whole move, you see where the 0.618 level is lying. Okay, you broke it, you went towards the upside. Okay, now this is where the 0.786 is lying down. Okay, so even if maybe this is where the golden ratio is, 0.60 level. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to go there, I'm just saying this is where it's lying. Okay, so you can see when it was over here, came up. Not only that, okay, you can also judge this move over here like that, and you can see over here this area of this area. Okay, now take this off. So you see this area. Okay, you saw whenever we achieve to break the candle above this top resistance, it became support, then rallied towards the upside. Okay, so now when you judge this move over here from here to here, sorry, not here to here, here to here. Okay, you can see the 0.618 level is sitting at $1.67. So whenever this move happened, okay, sand got there really quickly. It moved ahead of its whole the way the crypto market was moving, so it moved pretty quickly to these levels. Okay, so sand is a little bit ahead of other coins, even mana coin. Okay, so that's why whenever that pump is going to come, that pump is going to be huge. And if you hold the support level, it's actually pretty decent if you hold the support level in my viewpoint. And that's going to lead the way for sand if this support gets held. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Sultan. Mr. Anas GMT. Okay, guys, this is going to be my last analysis. Ended up with GMT. And if you like this stream and you got your analysis answered, kindly hit the like button. So right over here. Okay, with GMT, I'll quickly summarize this here. Okay, I've covered this twice now, but I'll do this pretty quickly. Okay, now, okay, with GMT, you can see I've told you that the price was going to go up. We have to break this resistance line. Okay, you can see this was the 0.618 level in my viewpoint. Let's see. Oh, 0.382 level. Okay, that was the 0.382 level we hit. Okay, and then price started coming towards the downside. Okay, now this level over here, if it gets held, looks like it is, because we have started pumping a little bit towards the upside. Now, if it does get held, I see this pattern in progress. Okay, now you can see that we are making lower high, lower high formation. Look, lower high, lower high. Okay, we cannot deny this. Okay, it's a lower high formation, and we got rejected. right from this area of resistance. Okay, you could just bring this candle over here and make it right over here. Okay, now this can take a form of a descending triangle. Now, however you want to look at this, okay, descending triangle like that, okay, like that, okay? And wherever that breakout is going to be, because I like to see these kind of patterns come into play, because look, here we made an ascending triangle, okay? Momentum happened, break towards the upside, okay? Now, if you come over here, you say, no, this is not a descending triangle, okay, that's fine. We can just bring this symmetrical triangle now. Now, this symmetrical triangle, okay, if you bring the line graph and you just put it over here, okay, and you see this move like that, okay, and you can see what's going on, okay. Hey, thank you, Sultan, for the great support for the channel. Appreciate. This is your second time. I really appreciate your support. Okay, thank you. And now back to GMT. So GMT, you can see if this symmetrical triangle plays out accordingly, okay, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, again goes up, okay. If this holds as support, okay, and we play in this manner, then whenever you are in an uptrend, symmetrical triangles are considered to be a bullish pattern and they tend to break towards the upside, okay. Now, if you judge this move right over here, okay, and then let's say it goes up, comes down here like that, and you can see this area is setting right at the 0.618 level, okay. So you know how crucial this level is going to be, because we are actually trying to get over this level. You get over this level, you're going to break this area of resistance, okay. Now oh, no problem, Sultan. I'm just it's just fun doing analysis on cryptocurrencies. So now if you break this resistance, you're breaking the 0.618 level, and momentum can shift towards the upside. If you break the support level now, obviously you should know this, it's going to shift towards the downside, because this is an area of significance. Okay, now look at this. In the line graph, you can clearly see a symmetrical triangle is in play. Okay, if you say that a symmetrical triangle, whatever, descending triangle, it's just support and resistance you should look forward to. Okay, now if it does get broken towards the downside, it has this support level that's coming to rescue. Okay, because I think what it did over here, okay, it went up, came down, resistance, and it sailed all the way to the support line. Okay, and you can bring out your EMAs. You can see the 55 moving, and in the 3 hourly you can see actually. Okay, you can see the 55 moving average in the 3 hourly always comes in as a support for the price. Okay, so you can see where the 55 is right now. In the 3 hourly it's right over here. So even in the 4 hourly it's a little bit above. So 3 hourly is looking pretty accurate, but I would say this one is for the 4 hourly. Stay above the 55 and break the 20. You're looking pretty decent to me, I think. And if you let's bring the yeah. So hopefully either is gonna be the symmetrical triangle, or I would go with the symmetrical triangle. I think it's making more sense to me, because there's a 0.618 level. If you break this, it can break towards the upside. If you break the support, downside. Okay, so I hope this brought you some new information for GMT, Anas Gafar. And if you're liking this kind of stream and analysis, kindly hit the like button, guys. Till then, I'll have some of my rose water. And that was the last one for today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you're liking these live streams where your question gets answered or analysis gets answered quickly, just let me know. can do this every now and then, okay? And thank you for joining, guys. I hope you had fun and got some of the doubts or questions out of your way. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here, guys, sitting, just analyzing charts. Okay. So, okay, guys, it was great chatting with you guys, knowing you guys, and communicating. I'll hopefully see you guys sometimes, maybe tomorrow in my videos. Okay. And thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye, and stay safe. Okay.